The PING G430 irons come in 3 different lofts, and there's some new technology in the head that's supposed to make it sound better, look better, and perform better. How true is that? So the G430s come in 3 lofts, as I've said: retro, standard, and power. I love this, as some game improvement irons just come one super strong 26° 6-iron loft. That's not really for everyone. This means that the G430s can appeal to literally any type of golfer, including me. The main new tech I will talk about is this PerFlex technology. It's this badge that you can see on the club with 7 different flex zones, which then means that you can increase ball speed across the face and actually makes a better sound and feel. The club is said to be a little bit more compact than the G425s as well. Looking down at it, you can't really see it. It's still got, a thick top line, a lot of offset. Not the ugliest game improvement iron in the world, but the one thing I don't like is that they've still got this wonderful number right on the toe of the club. Ping, stop that. I've got the retro lofts today. I've also actually got a 6-iron in the standard lofts. I will compare the two and see the big differences, but PING G425s were known to be extremely forgiving across the entire face, but it was that sound and feel was a little bit clunky. PING is always known for producing consistent results across metalwoods and irons, but supposedly they've taken the feedback on board of their game improvement irons being a little bit, sounding a little bit off. The retro lofts are still strong, which I'll show you all the lofts now. So the 6-iron will still go a long way. If I didn't leave the face wide open. Oh, what a bounce. I was seeing this carry about 210 yards, so this probably will be a little bit too short of a hole. Like, that there is such a bad shot, so out of the toe. And usually I look up and expect that to not be 3 foot away, but that's gone dead straight. Like, a lot of the shots I've been hitting with this club, because I use CBs, blades, things like that, I'm hitting it, you do get a bit of feedback. Like, I know what that was on the face, but like, because I know where it is, I'm expecting it to be left, right? But in terms of dispersion, genuinely incredible how straight these are. That one's a nice shot. And what I do like about the retro lofts as well, as with that one bundle on just a little bit, is the retro lofts mean that I can hit these and the numbers aren't too ridiculous. You can see the spin there is about 5,000, high 4s to low 5s, which for a game improvement club is actually pretty good, because I was seeing in some other brands, Cobra namely, that the spin was like 4,000 for a 6-iron. These irons here spin more than actually my current gamers, the Cobra Forge Tech. Lovely. And because they are very strong lofts, still for a game improvement club, because I am getting a high spin and a quite high descent angle, it is able to hold a green. The look down at address most certainly isn't for everyone. As I said, the top line is rather thick, but there are positives to this, because what the thick top line does is it hides a lot of the structure, the PureFlex, the actual soul of the club. It hides a lot of it. So there's actually a lot of baggage behind this golf ball here, but you can only see a rather thick top line. God, that was middle, like genuinely middle. Wow. The sound and feel, the main talking point for this club, there is a definite improvement. For a while, when I first got the G425s, I had them in my bag because I was struggling quite a bit over on Knoll Park, and they helped me a lot. But I was almost a little bit embarrassed to have them in my bag because the way in which they sounded and felt. It was never pleasing across the face, even across the sweet spot. It didn't feel good. Didn't twirl the club like Tiger and do a little pimp step, nothing like that. With these products, as you can see with my last shot there, I hit it and it was instant euphoria, which is not something I say a lot for game improvement clubs. Yeah, this goes a long way, doesn't it? What PING have done effectively with the G430s is they've really put these irons right at the top of a lot of people's shopping list for game improvement irons, because I don't think there's any real negatives. We can be picky, and oh God, I'm gonna be picky because I absolutely hate that number on the club. It might be a little bit too big, but by making it feel good and sound good, I think it's up there with a lot of clubs. Full left. Spin at 5,000 there or thereabouts is pretty impressive, and because of those retro lofts, I'm only carrying it 205 yards. But these clubs do make me think I could have them in the bag with those numbers. Still pretty consistent for a 210-yard hole. There's a 3.5 degree difference between these three lofts for a 6-iron. 24 degrees the power loft, 25.5 degrees is then the normal loft, and then the retro spec is 27.5. So a 2 degree difference between these two clubs here, but with it being 2 degrees, it will go a little bit further. Not as far as how far I've set this up to, but a little bit further. Gave it a chance though. That there you can see, although I also gave it a chance, I'm way off, but that's carrying 215 yards, so that's now 10-yard improvement, which you can pretty much expect with about 2 degrees of loft. But what I do like is we're not seeing a dip in the actual backspin, but that's still going at about 5,000. So these are healthy for the spin and aggressive for what loft you choose. I mean, 24 degrees for a 6-iron. Ugh. Well, it's a lovely shot with about 4,600, but carry at 214 yards. But it gives an option for everyone. It really does with those three lofts. And if I now take the 4-iron out of the bag, which is a little bit too large for my liking, but for a lot of people who this is targeting, this is the correct play. Because you've got a large club. This is retro loft still, but you've got a large club, which still feels good. Gives you good feedback, and it makes the game enjoyable. It's the right club. When you're comparing these to the other releases, oh no, I'm in the water. When you compare these to other releases of 2023 of game improvement, Aerojet, Stealth 2 HD, there's actually a few different things to talk about here because the Stealth 2 HD are ginormous and I think targeting a slightly different golfer, and the Aerojets are good, but they look a little bit cheap. The Pings may not be for everyone because of their aesthetics, but in terms of ranking them in the main departments of performance, feel and forgiveness, the G430s for forgiveness are right at the top because I don't think I've hit a straighter iron in the last 2 years. So much so that I don't know what irons I'm currently using, flat between one length and whatever I can get my hands on, but putting something like a 4-iron in the bag, which as you saw on the last shot went 265 yards, almost seems silly not to. Like that, pretty consistently, get in. I mean, we're not going to complain about that at all, are we? Because look at that there. That's not one of those things where I look at from other brands where it's launching low, going 240 yards because the loft is too low. That there, the spin's a little bit low, it's still launching pretty optimally and getting 145 to about 150 mile an hour ball speed. This is one of those clubs that I don't think I ever want to stop hitting. Like, I don't know what's going on here because that's just another one right at the flag. Get in. Whew, that's not bad. We just hit 2 in a row there from 250 yards. That's dead straight, 150 mile an hour ball speed consistently. It's like, is this a secret that no one knows about? So that there, I'm not looking at the ball speed on that one because that was awful. That was really out of the toe. And I felt that in my hand. It gives me feedback, get down that hill. And despite it giving me feedback, ball speed staying above 140 and it going 250 yards still, as I said, it's impressive. Just turned it over slightly, but that again is the consistency of this club alongside the sound and the feel of it makes it a club that everyone should consider. Not just people who are off mid to high handicap, the longer irons. Why would you not consider it if it can do that? You can tell I'm a rather big fan of the PING G430 irons. I think they're going to appeal to a lot of people. With Callaway not really providing a proper game improvement set, with TaylorMade also specialising in quite a specific game improvement set, there's quite a big scope now for the 2023 best game improvement iron. And I think Ping's going to be right at the top. Who's going to beat it? Let's find out. Guys, if you have enjoyed this video today of the PING G430 irons, leave a like down below. And if you have any questions about the old models compared to this model, let me know down in the comments. If you are new to GolfMagic, smash that subscribe button. We've got plenty more videos to come. I'll see you guys in the next video.